your host, DarkwingDubb.
What is going on, everybody? We're just going to get right down to it. Night 2 WrestleMania. Hey, I can say it was probably about 10 times better than Night 1 because Night 1 was garbage. So, what do we have tonight? We had Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar. We had the 6-way Intercontinental title ladder match. Penta, Jade McDonagh, Rusev, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and Rey Mysterio. That was the first hour for free on ESPN. When it went over to the app, it was Trick Williams and Sami Zayn for the U.S. title, followed by Dominik Mysterio and Demon Finn Bálor. That match was followed by the women's WWE title, Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, and the show ended with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Needless to say, this show was far, far, far superior than anything for yesterday. I might throw Gunther and Seth Rollins in there, but Night 2, I don't know what it is about Night 2s. For the past few years, Night 2s have always been better than Night 1s. All the women outside of Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley had all their matches yesterday. I felt like Night 2 could have had more of a mixture of men and women. But yeah, let's get into it. The show led off with Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi. This match did everything it was supposed to do. It put Oba Femi over, showed him to be the next big thing in the WWE. And don't be surprised if Oba Femi is fighting for one of these titles very, very soon. If they're going to let Oba beat Brock Lesnar, you have to strap the rocket to him. You have to. This dude is not even probably. He is the most over superstar in WWE, if not the world right now. There's not many wrestlers throughout any company that is getting the reception that Oba Femi's getting. And WWE did it right. They let Oba Femi go over Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar, hey, shout out to Brock Lesnar. He sold all that for him, too. Brock Lesnar, if there's one thing we can say about Brock Lesnar has always been about business. And he understood that Oba Femi is money. But what happened after? Brock Lesnar retires after the match. Do I think he stays retired? Probably not. Rumor has it that he wasn't supposed to really retire until SummerSlam. That leads me to believe that Gunther is going to pull the beast out of retirement for one last match at SummerSlam. Don't be surprised if that happens. This match was followed by, it was the match of the night until the main event, the Intercontinental title ladder match. This is how you're supposed to start WrestleMania. It started with the two big guys going at it, and then you got the ladder match. If Night 1 would have started out like this, everything would have been so much better. But this is what we got tonight. It was chaos. It was fun. It was fast-paced. It was awesome. And they did the two matches on ESPN to get new fans. And I wouldn't be surprised if the WWE got new fans based off these two matches alone. At the end, Penta ends up taking it, keeps his title. Hey, shout out to everybody that was involved. Even Rey Mysterio's old ass was out there taking some heavy bumps. So shout out to everybody. I gave the Oba Femi match, I gave that match an A minus. I gave this match an A on the dot, just an A. So it went over to the app and we got Trick Willie versus Sami Zayn. Trick Williams did his thing. Again, a solid match. These matches wasn't overly long, kind of like night one, but Trick Williams did his thing. Sami Zayn, I think, is turning heel. He was trying to cheat his way through it, but at the end, Trick Williams is your new United States champion. Looks like we're going to be getting Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams going into the summer, rehashing what they had in NXT. This would be a good way to reintroduce Carmelo Hayes to the fans. The bigger fans that didn't really watch NXT will be able to see what that rivalry was all about. I don't feel like they had to take Carmelo Hayes out of the title picture for the time being to tell that story, but they did. I felt like this match could have been a triple threat match, but we're here and this is what we're getting. Next, we had Finn Bálor, the Demon Finn versus Dom Mysterio. There's no way that Triple H and the WWE was going to mess this up. There's no way. Because the last time they had the Demon Finn, he lost. And if you're going to have that kind of character, he's got to win. And I get it. It was to the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, but you can't have the Demon Finn. And then 3 years later, there was no way they were going to let him lose at WrestleMania. Solid match. I wouldn't consider it a street fight. You know how WWE does street fights? It's just a regular match with a couple chairs and a kendo stick. Match overall was a B. I left out Trick Williams and I gave that a B plus. Right person won on that one. Right person won on this one also. There's not really too much else to say. This match, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. This was probably Rhea Ripley's best match since joining WWE. And I thought that she was going to win. I felt like this would have been the kind of rub that she needed, beating Rhea Ripley, but didn't happen. She'll probably end up continuing to chase. Maybe she'll get it back at SummerSlam. I don't see her getting it back before then. But this was probably her best match. Didn't really care for Rhea Ripley winning again. It's time that we start seeing different women in the main event scene. Maybe drop Rhea back down. Maybe have her go after the US or the Intercontinental title. But it is what it is. We had a funny segment after this. A funny segment. Danhausen and John Cena. John Cena said it himself. Hilarious. He's loving retirement. This kind of stuff he gets to do. Danhausen has been gold since signing WWE. He has been gold. But got that out of the way. Main event time. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Listen, this was match of the weekend. This is how you tell a story. You can see the story that they were telling with the hatred, the back and forth, the physicality, the bleeding. 2 nights in a row for WWE. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, it was a tribal chief. But man, CM Punk for being in his mid-40s can still go. Roman Reigns for being in his late 30s, early 40s can still go. I wouldn't be mad at all to see them running back. Match of the weekend definitely goes to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. No interference, none of that nonsense we saw on night one. It was just one-on-one, mano-a-mano. Let's get after it. But at the end of the day, Tribal Chief is your new World Heavyweight Champion. If there's anything that I could fix about WrestleMania, number one would be all the ads and commercials. Holy shit. If you cut all the ads and commercials in half, you could have these matches last a lot longer. Number two, if this is going to be the format that they're going to go with, they need to add more wrestling. So many people missed out on opportunities. Neither tag team titles were on the line. Carmelo Hayes missed. Damian Priest was out. Aleister Black was out. Like, you could have had more matches in there. So if they're going to stick with this format, starting early and ending 3 hours later with only 6 matches per night, I think fans will leave a lot happier with more matches. It's just an observation. But at the end, I gave night 2 an A-. This is what WrestleMania is about. From Oba Femi going over on Brock Lesnar, to Brock Lesnar possibly retiring, to the ladder match, to, I think the worst match on the card was probably Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. But that match was still better than anything outside of Seth Rollins and Gunther yesterday. So I just feel like they're going to have to do something about these ticket prices. $20,000 for a front row seat is crazy work. And they're going to have to do something about all these ads. Listen, I said it yesterday. I'm going to say it again. I paid $30 a month for ESPN, Disney, and Hulu. I should not have to watch all these ads. I get it. Some people out there use VPNs, they use Netflix, they use whatever sites out there that's going to give their computers or phones viruses. Cool. I'm not that guy. I actually pay for it. Plus, my kids watch Hulu and Disney, whatever. Either way, I should not have to see all these ads. So if you're WWE, ESPN, y'all need to work something out, because that's ridiculous. But that's pretty much my only gripe about night 2. Night 2 was just phenomenal. Night 2 is what we want to see out of a WrestleMania, especially the main event. From start to finish, the main event is just the psychology in the main event was just. This is going to be, out of everything, the main event is probably right now match of the year. That's TNA, AEW, WWE, whatever else. That match is probably match of the year right now. CM Punk and Roman Reigns put on a show. Match of the year so far. AEW still has All In and All Out and Double or Nothing, and WWE has SummerSlam and other ones. TNA has their stuff going on. Got Ashe. If WWE can capitalize off this this will take them places. But if they revert, AEW is just going to continue to take off on them. Anyways, y'all look forward to me and the homie Bars, Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle. We'll be giving our full review over WrestleMania. Y'all get to hear what he has to say. You already heard what I had to say, but I'll add more onto it because, you know, I'm just doing this for my page. But Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle is where you're going to get full-fledged me. Better believe it. Also, y'all please like and subscribe to all the socials. Till next time, your boy is out.